Hi team, we apologise for not getting a video out yesterday. This was planned to be yesterday's video, but the weather in Wellington has been atrocious and the ferries haven't been running, so we've been waiting for the last bits to arrive. So what we kind of got planned for you today is an unboxing of sorts. We kind of confused everybody when we released the DSC. We just released 3 kits and everyone was kind of like, what's involved in each of them? So here we are. We are going to explain them all to you today. We're not quite ready for release yet. So basically when I'm done with this video, we're going to run off and start writing instructions. So yeah, then you guys can have it. Hopefully it won't take long. As you can see, Michael is still commiserating the loss on the weekend. He's very bitter about it. Anyway, I will get you off the tripod and I will explain the design bits of all of this and then hand it over to Michael, and then he will just explain the finer details, the differences between the phases and a few other bits and pieces. And yeah, then we might wrap it up. We'll get you off the stand and get you a closer look. Alright team, here it is. All the kits laid out. So I'll start here because this is basically what the kit is. Each kit is made up out of. So we've got a DFT phase 1, DFT phase 2, and DFB. So this stuff is common to both of them. Oh, apologies. That's for the phase 1, that's for the phase 2. But all the cab arrangement is the same for both. And similar for the DFB. It has its own cab. Common etch isn't the same for both, as you can see there. Not quite the same. So this is the B one. Roof is the same for both, but I've laid them out here anyway. There's the cab, so the DFB has the kidney window, and the T phase 1 and phase 2 have the large centre window and the 2 side windows. T has, the main difference here is the anti-climbers. It's just got one EMU plug, but it has a little post, so if you need an extra EMU plug, we have them. I'll get to that in a minute. Its own handbrake because they're slightly different from the B, and some of these bits are hangovers from DFs, so we've included them for you. If you need them, you'll have to check your prototype. Down here on the B is similar but not quite. The B has already included, if I get my finger out of the way, it's got the extra EMU plug and is passenger mods. So the passenger mods are just, I'm struggling to pick it up, but there's a plug on the end of here, on the end of an anti-climber. That just means that the locomotive can talk to the passenger cars. So if you have a South Island DFB, just let us know and we'll swap it out for the other anti-climber. The door panels on the rear were different, and obviously for Bs these days there's no lit number boards, so we've already filled in the hole for you. Also has the striker plate for the coupler, windows, laser cut windows, and tail lights. They're fantastic. That's the handbrake for the DFB. It's got a different floor in it. I think they must have done that in order to stop the floor rusting out, because if if you get a closer look at this one, it's a flat 4. So there's that. The DFT also has the MU plug for the English electrics. So if you don't need it, it's kind of pre-prepped for the DF. So if you're doing a T that doesn't have it, you can just cut it off. And the B one already has the modern tail lights already in it. Sorry, I double backed there a little bit. But the DFT also has its laser cut windows, same as the B. Then we get into all the common stuff. So everything from here out is same for all. So these are the upper running boards, the inner chassis rails, the running board. So this is the cab end here. That's the step behind the cab. I'm not sure if I can get close enough to it. These guys are the tread plate for in the cow catcher. We'll get a look at that in a minute. These are just some strengthening plates. So because a lot of this checker plate takes out a lot of material, we've added in a strengthening plate just in order to make it a bit more rigid. Obviously, they all come with a mechanism. Moving along, we've got, that's the horn housing. And then steps, they're all the same. Cow catchers, and I don't know if I can get that. I don't think I can quite get that. But there is notches. Can I get it? There's a notch in here for in the event that you are doing ditch lights. It'll make it a bit easier to get it in there if you are doing ditch lights. Oh, I forgot to mention, this thing does have markings for the ditch lights. So if you're doing a B and you need ditch lights, there's markings for it to just drill the hole. Air tanks, that's standard throughout. Mark's Model Works mesh. He already was doing it, so we just keep doing it. This is all the common etched parts. So this is the gusset behind the cab, battery boxes obviously, and a few other details that you'll find in the instructions, including extra door latches. So in the event that you lose a few, you should be fine. Moving on up, we've got our bogies. So obviously they're a matching pair. There's a left and a right there, and stretchers for those. Chassis, mech mounting plates, and these are the I-beams to attach your battery box to, and fuel tank. Speaking of which, we move on to fuel tank. That's just a 4-piece assembly. It's pretty easy. Fan, DB grids, battery box top because the other half is down here. The window wipers, if you need it, some don't have it these days. The motor box for the window wipers and the exhaust stack. You may have seen the video that I did on the exhaust stack. That's what it looks like in real form. I've got a whole video on that if you haven't seen it already. These are the bulkhead lights, so they are clear acrylic, so if you want to go to the extra effort to light them up, you can. They fit in slots already cut in for all the etches. They're pretty tiny to get on here on camera, but they look amazing. We've put some lights behind them and they look great. For the DFB, you're going to want the extra long aerial, but you check your prototype and the time of which you're modelling, because that's a fairly new addition to the DFBs and a lot of other locomotives, the extra long aerial. These three are pretty common for all three types. fuel tank fillers. What have we got next? Jacking points. Then we've got the horns, obviously, steps, air hoses. So you've got enough to do, well, eventually, if you need to, when we release the DF, the GM DF, you'll have enough to do a 4-pipe loco if need be. Stanchions are cast. So, yeah, that's going to be what's in the box. So we have a few extra bits to cover all the randoms out there in the railroad. So the extra MU plugs that I mentioned earlier. So if you have a loco that needs a DFT that has that extra MU plug, you can add those or just cut the stump off. The extra rear end, DFB mod rear end, I will get Michael to explain that one. If you're doing early T's, maybe you want some NZO couplers. And if you're doing a slightly more modern T, you might want ditch lights. So they're available if you need them. And obviously, if you're doing the T's, we can do the lit number boards if you're going with that. And obviously the decals. So, yeah, that's a bit of a look at what's included in the kits. If you have any questions, let us know. I'll now pass over to Michael and he can tell you the differences between, well, mostly phase 1 and phase 2, because I'm not that well versed on that. And probably this bit. We'll see what else he has to say. Stand by.
Hello. In 1979, the Railways had bought 20 phase 1 DF locos. In 1981, the Railways bought an additional 10 locos, which became the phase 2 DFs. The phase 1 DFs can be identified by the door directly behind the cab on the LA side, loco assistance side, which is an oblong door on the long hood. The rear end can be identified by having the 2 doors down beside the, well, below the, well, just above the running board, with a panelled in door below the headlights. The phase 2 long hood can be identified with a square door which is located directly behind the cab on the loco assistance side, with the rear end only having the 1 door towards the running board. The DFB locos, when they were modified to be DFBs, the DFB long hoods got modified to the phase 1 arrangement on the loco assistance side, with this door being modified. And in 2015, when the DFBs went into another rebuild, the 2 doors which are beside the handbrake on the driver's side got modified to have a louver in the top door as well as the bottom door. All the DFBs had that modification done to them between the years of 2015 and 2019. As for the cabs, Michelle spoke about the DFB cab having a kidney window, the Gilbert windows for the side. The DFTs, the phase 1s and 2 cabs were identical. Large window, 2 small front windows, 2 small side windows with a tablet exchanger. The tablet exchanger box remained on the DFTs until being rebuilt as DFBs. However, the tablet exchanger fission was removed, so only the box remained. There will be another cab being produced by us with a kidney window for the driver's window, with the original side windows we haven't got that just yet. As Michelle spoke about the should hood for the DFT, the English electric plug that was placed on the DF locos, phase 1 DF locos, that can be removed for all DFTs. None of the DFTs kept it when rebuilt. Speedo, Michelle spoke about this before too. The Speedo was left on the first 7 DFT locos, 7008, 7132, 7145, 7158, 7160, 7173, 7186 had the Speedo attachments still on the underneath the running board. After 7186, you will need to check on photos to make sure if your loco has or has not got it. Headstocks, you will notice on the headstocks there is an extra hole for the 4th pipe for the DF locos. That 4th pipe on the headstock can be filled in as the DFTs don't have it. That this headstock is designed to have to fit all the DF family, so DF, DFT, DFB locos. But the 4th pipe is not required for DFT and DFB. Do we talk about the aerial? This turbo housing here has been designed by us for 7077. So in 1996, when 7077 was rebuilt, it received quite a different turbo housing from the rest of the DFTs. It had an additional part on the housing that stuck out from the existing turbo housing, which you can just sort of see in here. 7077 was the only engine that received this type of modification. We can reproduce this casting if people would like to build 7077. There will be an additional cost just because it's going to be a one-off piece, as it was the only DFT to receive it. As Michelle spoke before about the additional parts, we have done an additional long hood rear end for the DFB, which is this long hood here. There's a slight difference between the two of them. This one comes with the kit. As you can see, it has the 2 doors and a panelled in door just below the headlight, where this one has an actual door below the headlight. Locos 7049, 7064, 7077, 7145, 7282, 7295, 7322 and 7335. When these locos were rebuilt as DFBs in 2019 and 2020, this modification, this door was modified on these locos. If you were going to be building one of these engines and you would like the detail, this is available as a detail part for us.
Alright folks, well that's the intro to the DFTs and the DFBs. Like we said, we're not quite ready to release it yet. We still need to write instructions, so I will wrap all this up and start writing instructions, I guess. But thanks for following along. If you have any questions about any of this, by all means let us know. On a side note, we have Down here, all this is ready to go to Christchurch. So we have 2 DGs, they're DFs, English Lecture DFs. 2 DGs, 2 as-built DSCs, 2 DSCs with press levers, and an Invercargill cab DSC. So if there's anything that you want to pick up at Christchurch with free postage, let us know real quick, because, well, we're not far away. Also, in another note, I mentioned in the last video I was going to talk to Mark about his benders. We have secured that deal, so we have currently 5 that we will build into complete, well, ready-to-use kits. We'll have them at Christchurch as well. So if you're keen on one of those, by all means, come and see us. Or if you're keen on one of those and you won't be able to make it, also let us know. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Bye.